All right, everybody, this week's Tuesday dump is gonna be on tarping. We have our trusty assistant with us because, you know, I'm getting old and brittle. But as you can see, obviously when it comes to tarping, safety first. He's putting on a safety harness. It's got the nut huggers in case you fall and you want to crush your nuts. Those are amazing. That goes right there. Hooks around your leg. All right, and then it follows up to this nice long line. Boop. And this is the load we're gonna be tarping. All right, so as you guys see, this is a lumber tarp. Hip hip hooray. Just putting it up there. Yay. And then he's gonna take his bungees off now that he has it up there because it's easier that way. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. All right, so now what he's doing is he has the edge of the tarp facing towards the front or towards the back. So first, center it up that he was not going to. And to tell the center, as you can see, the way we roll it up, there's two flaps right here, and then there's one single flap. That one single flap, that is the center of this tarp. So now he's walking it up, not walking backwards. You never walk backwards. All right, and then you're looking at this stitch line for our tarps. This is where the flap is for the lumber tarp. All right, so tarp number one is done. Which you always start with the back tarp. Now, he's grabbing the front tarp, and we're gonna do the same thing, now just going back. And again, center up the tarp before we unroll it. There we go. Again, two flaps, one flap, and that works with either the lumber or the steel, depending on how you roll it up. And then I pull the flap a little bit over the front, not too fancy. Perfect. Tarps are on. He's good to get down. He did an amazing job. Yeah, you're good. We don't need the safety harness anymore. So, and then you'll see on the front, we leave this flap up, and I'll show you guys why in a second, but on the back side, we actually put the other flap down. Steel tarps don't have a flap, so depending on what you're using, but I'm kind of just generalizing this. All right, so far what we learned, back tarp first, then front tarp. Now we're gonna work on buttoning it up. Now when it comes to buttoning up, I always encourage that you button the front and the back first, then you hit up a couple on the side, and then you finish it off from there. That way it keeps your tarp in place. So let's show you how to do the front. And then what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna kinda toss a bungee on either corner. And while I do the front, he is back there doing the back. So we'll show you the aftermath of how the back works. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And whenever you're putting bungees on, you always want the hook facing out. So that way it doesn't ruin your tarp. And then on the front, we're gonna put the sides in first. As you see, hook two bunches together makes it easier to run them across. And then you'll do another one going across the top again. Hooking it to the other side. Hooks faced out. Superb. Now he's gonna pull the flap down. Wonderful demonstrations. You wanna try to hook the bungee as low as you can to the front. And you're gonna take all the extra excess and you're gonna fold it up underneath. He's doing the same thing on that side. Now, we're gonna go to the back. All right, so here's the back. And then opposite of what we did in the front, we take this flap, fold the flap up first, and then run this down, back, just like we did on the front, only opposite, obviously. Then, how we did on the front, I want to put a bungee on the side. Bungee's giving him a problem. There we go. Hook it. Like so, starting to sweat. And then you'll run the bungees across the back now. Crazy trick, watch this. She said he had to have a harness to get back up there. So what you do, hook it, walk it around. Bam, look at that, got it done without a harness. And then you can do the exact same thing going up a rope. There you go. Now the front and the back are done. And then if you're solo, what I would recommend is on one side, get 3 or 4 bungees. Like so. If they would work with me. Get 3 or 4 bungees like so, and just periodically space them out on one side. So that way you can go down the other side, tighten them all, and it won't pull the whole tarp in one direction. So I'm gonna space one out. I'll put one right here. Roll it, fold it up. It's not gonna look too pretty right at the moment, but it's gonna do its job. Throw one towards the back, say right here. Perfect. Now you can see, we've thrown a couple bungees on, nothing too fancy. It's just to hold this side of the tarp in place, didn't fully pull any of the tarp this way. So then that way, all right, and then you can see on his side, he's already starting to button down as he goes. Front to back, back to front. However you guys want to do it. And it won't pull the whole tarp this way. We'll keep it hopefully nice and center. All right, how you hook up your bungees. I'm just gonna say shooter's preference. Do it the way you want to do it. Because his technique is to do something like this. Mine is to go straight down. So, just I guess up to whatever you guys want to do. So let's go to our side and finish bungeeing it down. And that's it. Tarp's all done. There's the front done. And then here's the side. Side's all buttoned up. And then coming to the back. Back's all done. And then he's just finishing up his side. You see, he does this like cross thing. I don't know, works for him. Obviously, when you put your tarp on, you want to make sure that it doesn't cover the rub rail where the hazard markings are, lights, stuff like that. If you have a load that goes all the way towards the front of the trailer, you want to make sure that your tarp is not on your lines. That's a DOT violation. But that's it. We have officially just tarped the load with a lumber tarp. Could we got away with a steel tarp? Oh, heck yeah, we could have. But I want to show you guys how to do lumber. So there you go, lumber load. And then, if you found this video useful, helpful in any sort of way, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and that bell so that way you don't miss any of my following videos for my Tuesday dump. Or if you haven't already checked out my vlog, I highly encourage you guys to take a look at it. It's just a weekly vlog of what it's like to be a truck driver. But other than that, again, tarping with a lumber tarp. There you go. Hopefully everyone has a good week. See you guys later.